You know when you're scrolling through Pinterest and you come across a really cool, stylish, kind of edgy pin, and you think to yourself, golly, I'll never be able to make my apartment look that cool. And then you kind of look around your space, deflated, and think, I'm not one of those cool girls. I'll never be one of those cool girls. Well, my friend, that was a lie. You just lied to yourself right there, because you are one of the cool girls. And if you're a guy watching this, you're one of the cool girls too. What you may not realize is that you are fully capable of taking inspiration from a pin and recreating it with your own unique twist. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. I've selected an ultra cool pin from Pinterest, and I'm going to show you my shopping and mood boarding process for recreating it. I call this pin recreation process Pretty in Pins. And since it's October, if you watched any of my last few videos, you know how effing excited I am about fall's arrival. I've selected a witch aesthetic decor pin to recreate because the witching hour is upon us. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Steffi, and I'm the creator of the style blog Moda Misfit, and you're watching Living Pretty, the place for apartment styling tips and small space decor inspiration. So if you like that kind of thing, you should definitely subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when a new episode goes up every week. So now I'm going to share my screen with you and show you how to recreate decor inspiration from a pin. And let me just stress something to you before we get into this. The most important thing when selecting your decor is to stay true to your unique personality. Ultimately, it's not necessarily about trying to be unique because frankly, there's no such thing as being truly unique unless you're hand making all of your decor and no one else can buy it from a store. But really, it's about trying to put your own spin on how Pinterest is inspiring you. So let's get started. Ooh, look at all that fucking cat hair. So this is the pin I've chosen to recreate. Pretty straightforward boho witchy styling. It links to this awesome blog post by Tilted Moon entitled The Witchy Revolution, Minimalist Decor for the Modern Witch. I'll link to that below if you want even more witch aesthetic decor inspo. And in this blog post, you can see that this image is an ad for that tarot card style wall tapestry at Urban Outfitters. As you can see, they are no longer selling it, so this is where we get creative and start shopping for things that evoke the same style. There's this similar wall tapestry at Urban Outfitters, which I'm going to save, then upload to a free program called Canva, which is what I've used to create mood boards for people I've helped with interior styling in the past. I did a tutorial video on how to create mood boards in Canva, which I'll link to in the description below if you want to learn how to do it. Now, as you can see, I'm adding the link to the item so that I can keep track of what I'm shopping for in Canva. Now, I think you can only add links to Canva documents if you use their paid version, which is $10 per month. If you don't want to do that, I'd make sure to keep track of links in a Google Doc or your Notes app. That way, you don't lose track of all the pretty things that you're finding. Now I'm in Society 6, which is one of my favorite sites to find wall art, and I'm searching for more wall tapestry options. This is where you can discover some things that may not look exactly like the pin, but they evoke the same vibe, and you may even find something that aligns with your style even more than the pin. See, this is what I meant when I said you can use the pin as a starting point that can propel you to decor you wouldn't have discovered without the inspiration from the pin. Once I find a few wall tapestries I like, I add them to my Canva document. It's nice to be able to see all the items you're considering buying side by side in one place because it can give you some clarity and help you decide which one is right for you. So I chose one of the wall tapestries and added it to a new page in Canva, which will be my ultimate mood board of the items that are in the pin I'm recreating. From here, I search for the rest of the items in the pin, starting with finding some similar string lights on Amazon, then some throw pillows from Target and World Market, and a faux version of the plant in the pin. Since I know nothing about plants and only use faux because I can't cope with death in my apartment, I turned to my Living Pretty Facebook group to figure out the type of plant I should be looking for. I started this group as a place where interior decor lovers can gather and share about all things decor, and it's filled with some truly wonderful people. And leave it to the Living Pretty group to come to my rescue. Within minutes of posting, the lovely Jessica responded with the type of plant. If you want to join in on the interior style geekery in the Living Pretty Facebook group, I'll link to it in the description. We'd love to see you there. Then I went on to find wooden side tables like the one in the pin, which I found on Etsy and Wayfair just by typing round wood side tables in the search. Yeah, it really is as easy as that. Remember, you want to save all the options you really like in your Canva document, then choose one and paste it in the ultimate board that has the rest of your choices when it comes to the other items, so you can get a visual on what they would all look like together. And finally, I started to search for a white fuzzy throw like the one in the pin, which I found on Nordstrom Rack and Target. Keep in mind that as you're shopping with a certain pin in mind, allow yourself to branch out to items that come up in your search that don't necessarily look exactly like an item in the pin. Remember, we're using the pin as a starting point that allows you to discover things you may not have discovered without it. As you can see, I'm saving blankets that are clearly not white fuzzy blankets, but they still capture that witchy boho style and may actually fit the look I personally want even better than something that looks exactly like the one in the pin. What you ultimately end up with is a Canva document that has kept track of all the items you've been interested in as you've shopped, along with a page that shows the things you're most interested in buying and allows you to visualize what they could look like together. It's like a visual shopping list. Here's how my recreation of this pin turned out, and you can see how possible it is to achieve a look you find on Pinterest. It's not as out of reach as you think. And by saving all your favorite items you found along the way in Canva, you allow yourself the creative freedom to deviate from the pin and make the look your own. So that's my shopping and mood boarding process when I'm recreating a look in a pin. This process really comes in handy when you are just starting to decorate your space and you're feeling kind of overwhelmed and you're not really sure what your style is, and you see so many pretty pins on Pinterest and you just want to organize your thoughts and actually take action on the pins that are inspiring you. Do what I just did. It's a great starting point. It'll give you some focus, it'll give you some vision, and then you can finally take action on your decor, because that's one of the biggest things that gets in people's way when they're styling their apartment. It's very overwhelming. It's an overwhelming process, and we tend to get paralyzed by indecision and just sort of the mystery behind styling. The mystery behind styling. Well, it's not a mystery. I'm here to demystify it for you. You are capable of creating a beautiful space. And when you come across a pin on Pinterest, you are capable of making something just as pretty as that. If you want daily glimpses into my studio apartment life, then follow me on Instagram at moda.misfit. And if you want regular doses of small apartment inspiration, then subscribe to this channel and hit that bell to be notified when a new episode goes up every week. And remember, your apartment is destined to be pretty, with or without Pinterest, and you are pretty powerful.